Hi everybody, this is Gillian. Welcome to another Halton Hills Public Library Virtual Lego Challenge. Today I thought we'd do something outdoorsy given all the lovely weather we've been having lately. So I have this little thing here. Can you guess what this is? It's a birdhouse. So some of the things that I want to point out to you are the tray and the rim around the tray, so that helps keep the bird seed in the tray. We have a little roof and a little perch for the birds to stand on, and we also have little gaps in the bottom there so that when we fill our house full of seed, the seed will come out through the bottom and spill out into the tray. So these are some of the features that we'll be building into our birdhouse today. It's up to you to decide if you actually really want to use your Lego as a birdhouse or if you just want to make it for decoration. It might suffer a bit of wear and tear if you put it outside, but it is something different to build, and it's also pretty fun. So let's give it a go. I'll show you what items we need to use to make our birdhouse. So to make the birdhouse, you'll need a few different things. You'll need a board to build it on. This one is 16 dots by 16 dots across. These single dot pieces are used to frame the edge of the birdhouse, so you just need as many as you need to fill that edge in. I've got a few other pieces here. I have some of these, and these are going to be put at the bottom of the birdhouse to allow the bird seed to filter through into the bottom of the base. I have some single panels. These ones are 16 dots. 8 dots is going to be the length of the actual roof. So you'll need an 8 dot one to line the top of the roof. And I also have some of the angled pieces here. So these ones are 8 dots long, and that's the size of what the roof is going to be. And you'll need enough of those to build the roof up until you get to the top. So if you don't have enough of those pieces, you could build a smaller one just to make sure you have enough pieces to build your roof all the way to the top. Okay, so let's build up our birdhouse here. Just going to put some 4 dots on the edges here. Now that we've built the sides of the birdhouse, we want to start filling in this gap in between. So I'm going to be using some white bricks to do that. So I'm just going to fill these in. And we just want it to be even with the top of our blue surface. So I'm just going to do the other side as well. Last thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to just put some flat pieces around the surface of the birdhouse. So just lining up with some flat pieces. Okay, so now that we have the base of our birdhouse, we want to start building the roof. And for the roof, I'm going to be using these slanty pieces. So this is kind of what they look like. And the roof for this size of birdhouse is 8 dots in length. So you'll want to try and find as many of these as you can to build the roof. If you don't have as many as this, then you may need to build a smaller birdhouse just so you can fill in the roof properly. I had to scavenge through everything I had to find this many of these, so it can be hard to get this many. If you don't have them, then you could also try and experiment with different other ways of building a roof. So let me just show you how I've put this one together here. I'm building it so I have them like this on either side. I'm going to take the other one and put it on the other side in the same way. Like this, and basically we're just building it up to form a triangle for a roof. Now, as I say, I had to scavenge for all these little pieces, so it's a bit of a hodgepodge of colors for the roof, unfortunately. You just kind of sometimes have to make do with what you've got. So just putting these on, and be very careful when you put these on. Sometimes it can be really frustrating because they'll just kind of snap off when you apply pressure to stick them down. So you just gotta be really careful. So now that we've built it to the top, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of roof on either side. We can get one of these flat pieces, 8 dots length, and stick it on the very top to sort of stick the roof together properly. And the nice thing about building the roof this way, if you can do it, is if you were going to use it as a real birdhouse, you could just easily sort of take the roof off. You could just kind of take the roof off without too much trouble, and then fill it with seed, and then just kind of stick your roof back down. Okay. Now the other thing we want for our birdhouse is we're going to sort of leave this open, and we're just going to put a little perch. So I have one of these little pieces here, and I have a little piece here that has a little kind of handle on it, and I'm going to stick that down at the top here, and that's going to be, oops, kind of like the perch for the bird to stand on. And the last thing that we need for our birdhouse is a frame around the tray to keep the seed from falling out. So I'm just using some single yellow blocks to frame that, and just covering up the whole tray like those. Okay, so there's our birdhouse. If you wanted to hang it, you could always attach a hook to it. So something, for example, could always attach maybe a couple of things like this to the top to hang it. You could just perch it as it is on a branch or on a table or something. Or, as I say, you can just use it for decoration. So I hope you enjoyed this challenge, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Thanks, guys, and have a good day. Bye.